It is Talk That Talk Thursday, and I know we are all anticipating what is going to happen on the 6th. Will we get to open outside, or will we just stay at home in curfew? But no matter what happens, we are going to be right here cheering you on and making sure that you have got the hottest tea every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 6 p.m. If this is your first time watching, this is Let's Talk here on your favorite channel, Ebru TV, and we bring you the hottest tea on this side of Africa. My name is Lydia KM, and that's Lydia KM on all social media handles.
You know, one thing I love most about this job is that we bring you tea, we entertain you, we bring you lifestyle news, but also we talk about things that matter. Yes. And that's why I love Talk That Talk Thursdays, because we talk about things that just everyone is going through. And today our topic is just really, really bomb. Like Lydia, our expert here, is going to be taking us through that, and we can't wait. It's going to be really, really amazing. I really hope you guys are going to tune in for the whole show. And remember, you can be WhatsApping us throughout the show, from beginning to the end, because we're going to be reading your feedback throughout the show. But thank you for joining us. I'm Joanne Muni at yummymummy.ke on social.
Yes, you guys, it is Talk That Talk Thursday, and I like the new direction that our Talk That Talks have been going lately. We've been delving more into like deeper topics, things that are actually affecting us as women, and things that we really feel you guys as at home can really benefit from, and be able to even give your advice to other women that are going through this. So right now, if you know you've gone through a toxic relationship, just start sharing your stories right now, all right? Start sharing that story. Our WhatsApp number is going to be said by the lovely Joanne Mooney, but it's your girl, Ayuma Kaguli, simply Ayuma on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Welcome to the show.
Guys,
yeah, see the WhatsApp number.
Oh, 777 67 22 30.
Yes, and our handles are Ebru TV Kenya everywhere except for Facebook, which is Ebru TV KE.
Exactly.
You're saying?
So do you think that he's actually going to?
He's
open
not.
Up on the,
Don't get your hopes up. Like our numbers are getting crazy.
Exactly.
And there's no way. Like it just seems like irresponsible to
but
just be like open outside.
Yes, teacher, other countries that have hundreds of thousands of deaths are open, and them they're okay.
Well, that's okay then. Are you? Let us get tens of thousands of deaths.
Plus, also what I heard them saying is that it's not about the number you have; it's the trend. So, like, if you have hundreds of thousands, but it's now going down, then you can at least open. But like what he said is that if it's still going up, which hours are just astronomical.
But can they at least like now extend the curfew? Like now it's 10, it's 9 to like 10:30.
At least, even I feel like
10:30, man. Yeah. That will make me feel better.
Midnight,
Midnight, yeah.
Midnight to 2 a.m. you have to be home.
Okay, do you know, guys, do not take this energy. Still stay safe, wear masks, wash your hands with water and soap, and keep social distance. Don't listen to us. We are...
We're not on
but
the right
we are maintaining
track.
social distance here.
Are we?
It's 1 meter, because they said 1 meter, and we are here. We are maintaining.
But if I
don't you dare!
I don't know why I screamed.
Are you okay, babe?
I feel as if at this point, if any one of us was sick, you'd already have my sickness.
For
so
sure.
We just thank God that like He really just cares about us, you know.
True.
But talking about God caring about us, He really did care about us when it came to the juicy topics that we're going to be talking about today. When it comes to our hot talk, we have Sleepy David beefing, all right, seriously beefing with fellow comedian Zeddy, and then we also have Anita Nderu talking about like basically she being under the wrath of KOT. Kenyans on Twitter are not happy with her. And then of course Will Smith and Jada Smith deny ever having an association with August Alsina, and the fact that August may have dated Jada Smith. And we also have the girlfriend to LJ Maasai coming over to clear the air about the reason why he decided to quit gospel. It's about that time for Hot Talk. Now, our first story is all about comedian Sleepy David. You guys know he was literally just on the show yesterday.
2 weeks ago,
yeah, like a few days ago. And I wish he would have done this drama before so I could ask him exactly what was going on in your head. Now, yesterday I was talking about how comedian Zeddy was speaking out at Victor Burr, and saying how she does not bear. Oh, is this Bear? My bad. Victor Bear. And basically saying how she doesn't agree that, like, you know, once a comedian dies and everything, then that's when everybody wants to reach out and talk about how amazing they are, how wonderful they are, and all of that. So Sleepy David didn't seem to like what Zeddy had to say, and he started doing with some subliminal posts on social media. He first posted on his Instagram a picture of him and teacher Wanjiku, who is Victor Bear's wife. I didn't even know that, but yeah, she's a wife. And he posted that picture on his social media and basically just saying, like, you know, how great she is and how amazing she is. And then he took it further by now posting another picture where he was directly coming at Zeddy, which he's now since deleted the post. But like, if you can go ahead and show it on the screen, he had that post that he had posted on social media, and he said, now this is now the picture, this is afterwards. There was another one that he did before he decided to, yeah, so this is the one that he did. And he posted like her actual, as you can see, her actual page, and he said, alafu Zeddy, unaweza ni follow back, ukimaliza kupiga kiki, which basically says that when you're tired of looking for clout, you are funny, katashika tu siku moja. By the way, Zeddy, unajua umepiga show mob kushinda Teacher Wanjiku. And then she actually went and responded and said, mbona mtu akisema ukweli mnasema ni kiki, mimi sitaki following ya uongo, kama yako, mimi sitanunua following kama wewe, 700K na 22 comments.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
And once she threw that fire quick, he decided, you know what, let me just hide my face, hide myself, because he quickly issued an apology. And now the apology later on is where what he posted and deleted all those other posts. And he said, I made a post in regards to Victor Bear issue. I have got all manner of reactions, which are all valid because depression is real and it's a conversation we all need to have ASAP, blah, 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 blah. And basically just saying sorry to Zeddy, and he didn't mean to do anything towards her. And I want to reach out to Zeddy to come together with other comedians to use our platforms to amplify the conversation about depression and the growth of the industry. So basically, he wasn't ready for that fire that she gave back to him.
The one of like another message for 2020. Fix your own lace front before you come for another's. Because you came for Zeddy, and Zeddy was like, ooh, but your lace front though, hold up, and the lace front, it's like this, you know. And if you fix your own lace front first, then when you attack somebody, you're already gonna be straight, you know. Yeah. So essentially, what she said is something like, you know, okay, so about
it has some facts
about followers being bought. Yeah, this is how sometimes you figure out the validity of an account. Yeah. If somebody has 400,000 followers, they should have at the very least, as at a struggling post, like 10,000 posts, 10,000 likes, like maybe 5,000 comments. You know, like you base it out.
But when they're having 100 likes,
100 likes and 400,000 followers.
Exactly.
Yes, because you can buy the number on your whatever says, but you can't buy interaction, you can't buy engagement, and that's where people kind of tend to.
Or if you see like someone's numbers, it's like, let's say 28.3 thousand, but like a year has gone by and it's still at that exact 28.3.
Oh yes,
it's like,
why are you not growing?
I know influencers who are at that place.
And this is what Victor Bear says when all this came out. He said that she's grieving, like she's just articulating whatever she's feeling about her friend who passed away, and she should have that room. She's wrong for dragging me into it, and maybe she's not, like, she shouldn't bring my name into the situation, and maybe address me in a better way. I like that, because right now when somebody is like grieving, it's just like give them that space. And I get that Sleepy Dave was trying to attach himself with his friendship and to try and support them, but then now it's like it's
was he trying to support them, or was he trying to have clout?
No, I think I might think he was actually trying to support them, but you know, sometimes like the support you think that someone else needs, they don't actually need it. So I'm pretty sure that Victor Bear probably reached out to him and told him, hey boss, please just take that down.
And she hasn't said anything.
Exactly.
So you don't need
to. I know, and like if you're going to go for somebody, like if somebody is prepared with their facts, because I like the fact that Zeddy didn't hit out at like, you know,
something stupid, or you're short, or you're stupid,
or you know, exactly, you're sleepy, whatever. She came for him with like, this is like fake clout that you, but like, you know, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Yeah. Anyway, let's also do we take comedians seriously when they are beefing? Because not everything is like beefing. Just like, okay, you put up a post, sour.
Yeah, and then you put it down, and now we're back to normal.
Yeah, but I bet you now he's going to have more than 10 comments on his pictures from now on.
But will they be positive? You know, it's all about the sentiment. Anyway, let us know what you think. The WhatsApp number is 077672230, or I believe it is going to be on the screen below us. Is it? Maybe if it is. But anyway, you've heard what it is. Keep sending us your comments because we are loving reading the feedback. Now, in our next story, wow. It goes without saying that recently, like on social media, internationally, there's been the whole Black Lives Matter, and a lot of people have been talking a lot about, like racism, but also talking about how different groups of society are discriminated against. And one of those groups is the LGBTQ. Is that in LGBTQ plus, QT plus,
Yes.
whatever
There's always a
exactly?
plus, so
And one of those,
plus.
yeah, exactly. Those groups of society that are always discriminated against. In Kenya, it's apparently it's not illegal to be homosexual, but it is.
It's
If you're
the
caught,
act.
the act
Yeah,
of
the act
homosexuality
itself.
is what
Yeah.
is actually illegal. But anyway, it goes without saying that people are still really touchy when it comes to these matters. But one popular influencer decided that she's going to come up on her Instagram and just like show her support, because this is Pride Month, I think, right? So she put up a video. Anita Nderu is the person I'm talking about. She's a radio show host, or like former radio show host, and she's just basically a personality. So she put up this video on her Instagram page, which usually has this thing called the overdressed cook, which is really nice. She cooks a lot of awesome stuff. Now, in this particular video, she was joined by 2 members of the LGBTQ plus community. 2 men who are very obviously homosexual. I hope I don't get dragged for that, but they were very obviously homosexual. And basically, they were cooking, but at the same time, they were also really engaging in a lot of conversation about sexual intercourse, about pornography, about, just what it's like to be an LGBTQ plus in Kenya. Now, I think it came from a good place, but Kenyans on Twitter and Kenyans on the internet are not having it. Like, a lot of people felt that it was not in good taste. A lot of people were like, okay, fine, you can support it, but like, this is just too much. Like, even when I watched the clip, like, I'm really out there, but like, it was.
What made it?
It was
too
a
much?
lot.
What
It
made
was a
too
lot.
much?
I don't know. I feel like especially when instead talking about the whole pornographic element, like, I was just like, there are some things which we all. Or possibly some of us, engage in or like read or like watch, but then we don't come out and like really talk about them. But anyway, maybe that's her thing. Now, what actually ended up being the story is that in that video, there was an oil brand that was there on the table. So a lot of people thought that she's advertising for them, but they have now come out to say, no, she's actually not advertising for us. She's not, I know, she's like, no, this is not us, exactly. And a lot of people are saying, no one can convince me that she isn't working with them. That's a marketing strategy. But they have now come out and said, no, she's not. But they're like, thank you for being a consumer of, our oil.
Yeah, but they are basically like
they're
trying
like,
to
no,
get themselves out of the fire.
Exactly.
This is it. I believe that when you understand yourself, your own essence as a person, like we are all divine people, right? When you know that truly, you start seeing it in other people. So I am tolerant from a place of it doesn't matter what it is that you're doing with your life. I try and see people from like who their true essence as a person. You know what I mean? And this is where I feel like religion, like, it pulls a bit, because I guess religion and what the Bible says about homosexuality gives people the to be judgmental, but there's also the part that says don't be judgmental. So let's not select the parts that we want about the Bible and leave others. I feel like the way to go is being tolerant. However, Anita Nderu, it's good to read the room. It's good to read the room. And when we're reading the room, we're reading the room as Kenya. If you want to be part of people who are going to be progressive and you're going to push the rights, gay rights forward in Kenya, great. But there are consequences to that. There are sponsors' consequences. They are getting dragged on Twitter consequences. And that's okay if you want to be a revolutionary, but just know that that's what's going to happen.
So do you think that she actually, because a lot of people are saying that she should apologize for damaging the brand reputation of that oil?
100% no. No, that's a joke. And also the fact that she's let's select what it is that people are mad at. If you're mad at that people are talking about pornography, that's a different issue. Maybe you're just uncomfortable about that conversation. But being uncomfortable about people being homosexual and they're not homosexual with you doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I think like this one is really, really tricky because I understand where she was coming from, and as someone who's like, I'm really tolerant about everybody. Whether you want to, whoever you want to be with, whoever you want to love, do you, as long as it doesn't personally affect me, I really don't care. And I think everyone should have the freedom to be able to do so and express themselves however they should express themselves. And I also don't think that Anita should now have to apologize because she allowed other people that are homosexual to come onto her platform and share their story and share their experience. She didn't go out and say, by the way, go and be like these people and try to force it onto other people. Just give them a platform to do so. And I feel like, for example, if this was not Kenya and we allowed homosexuals to come onto this show, I wouldn't expect you guys as the audience to be like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? I'm just like, it's just a platform for everyone to express themselves. So I think in this issue, I'm actually with Anita. I think that like as Kenyans, it's okay. We need to be just accepting of other people in general. We're not saying that you need to go and you be like them or tell people to do like them. But if that's how they want to live their life, let them live their life.
Yeah, but what I agree with what you're saying about that. You can do that, but you have to be willing to accept the consequences.
But I think she accepted it.
Exactly. So like if we decide to bring homosexuals to the show,
And
we have to be prepared.
dragged.
Exactly. We have to be prepared for post saying, okay, I'm never going to watch Let's Talk again because clearly these people support homosexuality or whatever. So I guess if she's comfortable with it, because I haven't really seen her responding or anything. So if she's comfortable with it, okay, I don't think people should now like pass judgment on her because like you're saying, she just gave them a platform, which is great. Yeah.
And let me tell you this, if, like when you find love within your heart, like you have space to love others. And anytime things make you uncomfortable, it's not a bad thing, by the way, because we've all been conditioned to think a particular way. But when things make you uncomfortable, address that and try and see how you can open your mind. When you're uncomfortable, it's just your mind kind of resisting growth. Allow yourself to grow and to just see what more you can, you know, what more you can learn about the world. Anyway, I feel like some people may have some differing views. Let us know what you think. The hashtag is Ebru. Let's talk and talk to us on our WhatsApp number.
0777 67 22 30.
I feel like our producer's gonna drag us after doing that. But speaking of getting dragged, Jada, it has not been the best month for Jada. So basically, as you know, Jada Pinkett and Will Smith have been married for a lifetime. They are our, oh my goodness, you know, that couple who we've grown up seeing. And from what we can see from the outside, they have a very healthy relationship, whether they are life partners, because that's what they started calling themselves, or whether they are married. That's completely up to them. But August Alsina, who is a singer from America, if you don't know him, he had a bit of a plight with his health, so his career suffered, etc., etc., etc. But recently he did an interview where he revealed that he was in fact in a relationship with Jada Pinkett, and no, not for a month or a fling, for a hot minute. And he basically said that he found that he loved Jada so much so that if he died right now, he would be okay with it because he knows he gave himself to another fully. He went on to say that he actually did get permission from Will Smith because he wanted to respect that, and Will Smith actually gave him the blessing to be with Jada. They met in 2015 when Jaden, the son of Jada, introduced August. It's all very brother-sister thing going on. But Will Smith himself has not said anything, but their camp have said this is absolutely not true and it is wrong, and they've completely denied it. And we have a view. What is our view, Anima?
Our view is Team Smith, y'all are liars. You are lying. Here's what I think it is, okay? Before Miss Jada Pinkett Smith decided she wanted to become the new age Oprah, she had a way that she was living her life, and she was okay with living her life in that manner, yeah? And it was never confirmed that her and Will Smith have an open relationship, but it was always implied. And the way they always spoke about their relationship, it was always implied, and even the way they raise their children, they just have this crazy open way of having a family and a relationship. But now that she has decided to become Miss Oprah, she's like, oh no, 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 this can no longer be the narrative of, like, you know, me and my husband, just like I'm now stepping out on my marriage and having an open relationship and having full-on relationships for years with another person. And I think now, August is not innocent either because clearly he's heartbroken. He is completely heartbroken, and he's just like, oh my God, you know, my love of my life has left me. Let me go on a whole campaign to like tell the whole world. Because I don't think they ever said you're allowed to tell everybody. Clearly it was supposed to be a secret.
They should have signed an NDA is what should have happened. And the fact that he could say, oh, you know, this is why I don't ever talk about these things, but like now you're here, out here talking about it. Like it's so transparent. I personally feel like if you're an outsider coming into a marriage or a partnership or whatever, how are you giving yourself to someone fully, like knowing that they are a partner to someone else? Like I don't even understand that whole dynamic. Like I think, or probably at some point that they had some sort of deep friendship that maybe included intimacy, but I certainly deep friendship, yeah, as my mother would say, until the day you're married, it's a deep friendship. But I don't, so definitely the Smiths are lying. The Smiths are lying for sure. But you know what, the good thing with this is just he said, she said, like there's no,
at the end of the day. And let me tell you, after a week, August's voice is going to be drowned and we're going to forget it, and Will Smith and Jada are still going to be, you know, couple goals. So he said that this is what I actually have an opinion about this. If you love me, right? If you say that you love Jada to the degree that you're saying that you love her, you know what this is going to do.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what contradicts when somebody is trying to be harmful in one way, but really trying to say that you love someone else.
Yeah.
He said that the reason why he's expressing himself is because, like, if something is eating him inside, like, you know, if it's like now toxic for him to keep quiet, he's going to share it.
He's just heartbroken. That's just all I see. Like, I think it's possible for you to love someone, but still do something to hurt them because you're heartbroken. And that's what I see in this situation. And I think this is that love of, like, you know, whenever like a cougar falls in love with someone younger, and then now they're stuck wondering, like, what are they gonna do? You guys can let us know your opinion. Go ahead and send us a WhatsApp message. But like now we have LJ Maasai's girlfriend. She goes by the name of Flo Mutia. She recently came out to dispel the rumors that she is the reason why her boyfriend LJ Maasai quits gospel. So she went ahead to, like, you know, say this in an interview, where she was like, let me make this clear. It wasn't me. LJ Maasai made a personal choice with reasons. He did not leave gospel, but quit the gospel industry because of cartels and everything that ran wrong. His belief is still there. So basically, she's saying that, like, you know, the reason why he left the gospel industry is because of the cartels and all of the nasty behind the scenes things, and not because of her and their love. And then she also went out to say, if you want to know more about that story, check it out. And on his expression about the industry, many people trolled me. I accepted that, but it wasn't my influence on him. Yeah. So I mean, I think, like, this is like a thing of, like, how many times do you hear that a woman is the one that caused the man to fall astray? And he was, like, so on the right and narrow path, and things were good, and then this wayward woman just came into his life, and now he's, like, completely confused.
I mean, like, history says that it happened. You know, history says
we know.
Delilah, you know, Delilah. Let's start. John Lennon's girlfriend, wife. You know, I mean, there's something that comes with, like, you know, when you get into a relationship, especially when you're, like, part of, like, a group or an industry, you just kind of lose yourself in it. But I feel like it happens both ways. But when somebody says it wasn't their fault, and also as adults, we need to stop letting other people take responsibility for the actions of others. He's a grown man. Even if he decided, even if the motivation was actually her, that's his problem. It cannot be on her. And I feel like it just becomes like a really stupid witch hunt because, okay, even so,
exactly. And the fact that she feels the need to come out now and, like, dispel the rumors, it's just like, but you know how the other day we were talking about Vanessa Mdee being caused to quit her music because of her man. Exactly. Goes without saying, guys, that sometimes when you get into relationships, sometimes it takes you on a positive path, other times it takes you on a negative path, and we never know. But anyway, good for you guys. If he has quit gospel because of his own, you know, issues, then good for him, and we wish him all the best in the future. Now, guys, time for our favorite segment of Thursdays. I'm so excited because this is the first time I'm doing it. Yes. It's time for Peaks of the Week. First peak of the week is our boyfriend, everybody's boyfriend, like, of all
but only one of us met him.
Oh, have you? Okay, Burna Boy. Oh, really? You met him?
Yes.
Face to face like this?
I picked him up at the airport.
You greeted him?
Yes.
I said
Did
hello.
He hug you?
No.
That doesn't even count.
I said hello and he said hello back.
Oh, okay.
That's enough.
Okay,
You're married.
Do you have a video of that?
I have a
Didn't happen. Now,
wow.
So Burna Boy is in the news because he won a BET award for the second time in a row. I believe he won Best International Act at the 2020 BETs, and I think he won the same. Award last year. So, like, let's clap for Burna Boy. Like, that man is
the African giant. The African giant.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad he's tall and like.
Yeah. Is he as awesome in person as he is in?
Way better in person.
Really?
Yes.
I heard he's got a whole diva attitude, but when you're getting these BETs, you can be Mariah.
Yeah.
You can be Mariah.
I've heard a lot of people talking about how they don't understand why he specifically is the one who has been able to get his music to that level when they don't feel like he's the best artist. Like, Wizkid is better, Diamond.
I think it's because, he stood his ground with his authenticity, right? Yeah. And he let
his music sounds Nigerian.
Exactly.
Wizkid sounds to you West African, West Indies, Jamaican-ish.
He was like, I am African. I'm going to sing about African and African issues, and I am not going to come and beg you at your table. And that's what he said.
AKA
and look,
Davido.
they came to him. And when people come to you, you get the power.
Exactly. Plus, I think he's very consistent. Like almost every song of his that I hear, it's like it's a banger.
And
you know?
he's so attractive.
It's like this. Wow. Yeah. Well, that doesn't hurt. But also speaking of BETs, there's a South African-based Zimbabwean songstress known as Shasha, and she won. She was the first Zimbabwean artist to win Best New International Act Award at the 2020 BETs. Yes, exactly.
I don't know any Zimbabwean artist or anything.
I know.
So, yay.
I think it's huge that, like, first of all, like, I never talk about Zimbabwe and talk about, like, unfortunately positive things, you know? So it's amazing that, like, we have an artist being recognized on an international platform from Zimbabwe. So at least there's, like, some positive story towards Zimbabwe.
And I know Kenyans, we do feel burnt, like, you know, we don't have as many of our people doing it. But every time you see someone being blessed, just be happy for them. And slowly but surely, we are going to start growing people so we can also be there as well. So let's read some of your feedback. Thank you so much for talking to us. As I said, you can always talk to us on our hashtag Ebru Let's Talk and our WhatsApp number. So hey, hashtag Thirsty Thursday. Karibu chai though for free. I'm Lorraine from Bungoma, looking awesome as always. It's my birthday. Kindly sing for me. It will mean a lot.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Too slow.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Lorraine. Happy birthday to you. We love you.
Hey ladies, I'm Ari from Kasarani. On the August story, I just want to say on the next Table Talk, Jada should sit down with herself.
True.
Facts.
True.
You are the producer of that show.
I wonder how Jada feels now being the news, because like you're saying, this month it's been a lot.
Hey ladies, this is Mama Stacey watching from Kabete, diehard fan.
Okay, hi y'all, beautiful as usual, loving your show. Angeline from Kitui, thank you for tuning in. There's Sheila from Athi River. I think Sleepy should not have done that, but who are we? That time he was not in his sense. Okay.
100%.
We also have someone else saying Anita should not apologize. It's her choice. We also have Jenny from Nyeri saying, I love you all. Yummy mommy, mama, I love you. And saying Kenyans are just full of themselves and judgmental on that whole story for Anita Nderu. Continue sending in your feedback. The WhatsApp number is 0777 672 2:30. Right now, we're going to go on a short commercial break. Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, it's time for Talk That Talk.
Ladies, we're on top. Hey, we're on top. We're on. Hey, ladies, we're on top. Hey, we're on top. We're on. Hey.
Welcome back to the show. It is Talk That Talk Thursday. We had a fantastic hot talk. And as you know, on Thursday, we have our new favorite segment, Peaks of the Week. If you missed any of that, you can catch it on YouTube and in any of our social media if you want to keep up to date with what we are doing. Our social medias are Ebru TV Kenya everywhere, apart from Facebook, which is Ebru TV KE. Now, we are loving Talk That Talk Thursdays because we are talking about things, as we said, that we love talking about and that we can benefit from, and so can you. So right now, it's time for Talk That Talk. So today we're going to be talking about something which, oh my goodness, has been over-talked about, overused more than anything else. First of all, the word toxic is it's being abused. But we're going to be talking about toxic relationship and 10 things you can do to be able to move on peacefully from a toxic relationship. But before we even get into that, we're going to talk about the definition of a toxic relationship. So I'm just going to say 2 definitions because, you know, there is no dictionary definition. So one is a toxic...
what?
Dictionary?
Dictionary.
What's that?
What is it?
Dictionary.
Dictionary. Okay. A dictionary.
Wow.
You have been taught. A toxic relationship occurs when one or both people are prioritizing love over 3 core elements of a healthy relationship. That is respect, trust, and affection. So if you are exchanging, if you think love is more important than respect, trust, and affection, that's a toxic relationship. But this is a bigger definition. By definition, a toxic relationship is a relationship characterized by behaviors on the part of the toxic partner that are emotionally and not infrequently physically damaging to the other partner. A toxic relationship is characterized by insecurity, self-centeredness, dominance, and control. So if one of the partners has that, that's a toxic relationship, whether you feel it or not. It's not healthy. So,
and in some cases, both parties can be toxic.
100% toxic, but usually there tends to be the more dominant one.
Yeah.
So who's been in a toxic relationship?
Who's been in a toxic?
Yeah. Who hasn't been in a toxic relationship?
Who's been the toxic partner?
Maybe I feel like
for sure.
I need an evening to go and think about that. And
Whatever. I
that.
feel like self-awareness is the first step to recovery, Joe.
I think there are times in my current relationship that I have been toxic, but
Oh,
I don't think that I am
am
like
taken back.
Oh, it be your own friends, you guys. Can you take this seriously, Lydia? I'm opening up.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you.
But
like I've changed, you know, I'm a different person.
You're being better.
Exactly.
That's amazing. So when you get out of a toxic relationship, like naturally what tends to happen is like number one, your self-esteem is zero because you weren't getting the love, respect, trust that you deserve, affection.
Yeah.
And so that means the way you feel about yourself tends to be really low. And getting yourself back up from there and trying to see relationships from a more positive place is literally life's work. So these are some of the things you can do if you are now single from a toxic relationship. Number one is take the time to grieve and build yourself back up. I mean, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
Like from any relationship, let alone a toxic one, you need space, you need room, you need to just take it out, you need to go and cry, you need to go to the gym, you need to eat ice cream, whatever it is that you need to do, give it time. And there is no time limit, as we said, because the measure of the effects of a toxic relationship are only personally to you.
Yeah.
You could be in a 6-month one, but the person was so abusive that it takes you years to get over it. Or 5 years, not so much, 6 months, you're over it. So it's completely up to you.
No, I think there should be a time frame.
Yeah?
I think like sometimes we like to say that there shouldn't be a time frame, but then you spend so much of your time getting over that person that you're not able to move on. You know, like I've heard stories about like, oh my gosh, it took me 2 years to get over that person. It took me 3 years to get over that person. I don't think that person should have that much of a hold on you until where you're not able to move on with your life.
But the should is the problem, like because they had that hold on me. It's not that they should or
you
shouldn't.
need to
They
work
did.
on how to make it go faster.
Yeah, I
Actually,
believe that. I 100% believe that. But the person who was in a relationship that they can't move on past 5 years, I can't tell them that that's too much because I don't know what they've been through.
No, you can tell them.
I feel like we can tell them, and I don't think it's healthy for them. In fact, if anything, me, this point, I don't even agree with it entirely because I feel like sometimes the only way to get over a man is to bury yourself in other men.
I disagree.
But
That's
listen,
insane.
I haven't finished my point. I feel like don't get into another long-term committed relationship because more often than not long-term committed relationships is where you experience that toxicity. So I'd be like, but in that time now you found your freedom, and sometimes going out, having fun, dating people, feeling that like constant like interaction with other people, receiving the physical love and affection, like intimacy from other people might not be the worst thing in the world. Sometimes rebounds have been the best thing to happen to people. It can show you like, actually, I'm a really amazing person. I'm lovable. Of course, a lot of people can reach that conclusion themselves, but it doesn't hurt if you are the kind of person who, believes in rebounds.
I think a middle ground is be intentional. If it's like about healing, for example, be intentional with it. If you're not practicing, affirmations, if you're not talking to therapists or like letting this out, you're not being intentional. So now it's 5 years of
they're crying
around.
at home. And
Exactly. I have been very intentional with my healing because I don't want it to spear on and then now this is like my life story. And also don't attach yourself to that victim story either. So be like, okay, I want to heal and these are the things I'm doing on a daily basis to make sure that I am healing. So I think intention is the right word there. So the second thing is it's okay to not listen to your gut all the time. At first when I heard that, I was just like, huh? What?
You have to listen to your gut.
Your gut got you into that problem.
Exactly. And I feel like maybe when you're in a toxic relationship, the way, like your level of trust with yourself is completely off. So then sometimes the gut you think you're listening to is probably like your past traumas or like, the voice of the person who was abusing you or that, the voice of the dominant partner in the relationship. So now when you go and meet someone, you're just like, oh my God, no, I think they're ugly. No, they think I'm ugly. So I must be ugly. No, that isn't your instinct. That's like your insecurity speaking.
Me, my understanding of it was like, could it mean like there are certain people who you gravitate towards as like a woman, like we're always talking about how we are so attracted to emotionally unavailable men, but like we'll complain about it, but like you're attracted to that, like it's just like in your nature. So sometimes don't listen to that, like obviously this is the kind of person that I would want to be with. Instead be a bit more like rational about it, but like, no, this person is obviously going to break my heart. This person is obviously going to be sleeping with 10 other women. Is that what I want in my life? Or would I prefer a safer younger, better option who I'm still attracted to, but probably not at the level of, you know, the player.
And this is where I agree with your point as far as, for me personally, my view is take some time out, like when you're intentionally healing. But whenever you get back in the dating pool, don't get straight back into like an intense love relationship. Have the fun. And in that time is when you're able to experiment on how your growth is going. So if you're still attracting, you know, dead people who disrespect you, ooh, maybe you're not ready for it. You know what I mean? That might be a good
And then
test.
do people that are completely different from what you're used to.
Yes.
And like all different types, like literally. So like now you can now figure out, what do I like now? What's my new thing that I'm now attracted to, you know?
And how do you identify toxicity from a mile away? Instead of like when it's right here with you.
So never doubt your wants and needs in a relationship. Oh, that is done so often. You know, how many times do we get, like, you know, a lot of us, the girls, like, I want him to, you know, like even like yesterday, I want him to celebrate my birthday, but you are asking us, like, whether or not that's a thing. That's exactly what this thing means. Don't doubt what you need and what you want, because you're human. There's a reason why you're needing and wanting them.
Exactly. And the funny thing, I think it's more of like society programming. Is like, as a woman, is that really something and especially and especially even when it comes to things like sexual intimacy, I feel like that happens because like sometimes when you're getting married, a lot of like the material that you'll read is all about how you're there to please your husband. So as long as he's pleasured, then you just go to bed. But then now at some point it's like, okay, so what happens to me? You know, like where do I get, you know, satisfied or whatever?
I like the new thing of how now like women now finding their voice in general, because I think for the longest time being that nice submissive wife, and then people like to quote the Bible that the Bible says you're supposed to be submit to your husband, blah blah blah. But like I think it's been taken to a whole other context of how just like be meek, don't say anything, don't ask your husband about anything, and then that's like you being a good wife. So I think it's like now the narrative is being changed and like you have a voice, you're allowed to speak your opinion. And I also don't like how compromise is now seen into now you not asking for what you want, or like having a stance. If this is what you want, it's okay to you not to want to compromise on a certain thing.
100%. There's some things just it's not working.
Can you think of a need or a want that you weren't able to communicate in a previous relationship that when you think back?
Oh my God, majority of my needs, I think, in my previous relationship, right? My love language is acts of service, right? So that means when I've got so much to juggle and I had so much going on, my dad was going through his mental health issues, I lost my auntie, like so much happened around that time. He didn't step in to try and help me handle so much, you know, and I was still working. So like, but I wasn't able to articulate that I need you to do this and this and this, because we had already set a blueprint that really essentially his needs are always going to be far more important than mine, you know, and that's why you do it in the beginning, because you can't change the beginning.
It's true.
So the next one is be verbal about your wants and needs and expectations from a relationship. I think we've kind of said that. It's okay to be angry.
Whoa. That one is hard.
Yes.
That one
do you
is
get
hard.
angry?
I do get angry. You know, like what's really funny? Like I have this thing where I get angry at my family and my partner, and everybody else in my life will never really see me like I'm so mad at you. I don't know why.
Because you are suppressing that to everyone.
I don't even think it's suppressing. I think it's not that serious,
Oh,
which is
okay,
so
okay.
sad.
Which
You
is
know,
fine, though.
like so like whatever. Like let's say if I have a disagreement with you, because I don't think I've ever had a major disagreement with a friend. Whatever disagreement I'm having with you is not that deep in my mind. But like if I'm disagreeing with my mom or my sisters or my boyfriend or husband, it is deep. So like those are the only people that I'm able to argue with. But now I feel as if like since in my past relationships, I was the toxic person. I can't really think of one where, like, you know, oh my God, he was so horrible.
Actually say that out loud.
Yeah, and I feel like it was toxic in terms of, like, you definitely going after people that you know love you so much more than you love them. And I feel as if that is toxic. Like, for a while, I knew, like,
because it's preying.
I have this person wrapped around my finger. I say jump how high. Again, I know that he can do that, you know, and it's okay. So I know it's so bad. Oh my gosh. Like, so now I'm now realizing, you know, you're allowed to tell me your feelings, and I take it, and I have somebody that is very quick to say their feelings. So like it's definitely changed the dynamic of like the relationships I'm used to.
Growth.
Yeah, I think when it comes to like breakups, it's the same as like death. You go through like cycles. At the beginning, obviously you're like sad, and then you get angry. Then at some point now, when like the breakup is a bit distant, you start thinking, okay, no, actually it wasn't that bad. And then you go through like there's a whole like, and then eventually you arrive at the healing. So yeah, I mean, I feel like in my past breakups, I've been like there are times like a whole at least least first 6 months, I'm just mad.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm just
Yeah.
angry. Yeah.
Funny enough, anger is like is something I haven't really seen around me. So
Yeah.
I actually don't understand how to be angry. Like maybe I'll feel something, but I think because I'm able to express myself with my words,
Yeah.
it doesn't really spew out because anger is actually a secondary emotion.
Exactly.
It's hiding something
yeah,
else.
yeah.
So if you get to the other one quicker, but it's fine if you're angry, just don't hurt anyone. Okay? If you're
Yeah,
dating,
you're a very evolved human, Lydia. You're a very
I
evolved
know,
human.
right?
I was raised
You're
by a
able
very
to
evolved
yeah.
woman.
Hey, Kesinjoro.
Oh, my mom's watching. Hey, mom. If they're dating you, this person looks forward to hearing from you. Basic nursery school,
Yeah,
end
that's
of.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no debate there. Like,
Yeah.
don't feel like you're having to force yourself on someone.
Yeah, if you, whenever you have to, there's that quote, like if you have to think, is he into me? Does he love me?
not.
Then he's not.
He's
It should
not.
be just
Exactly.
obvious with his actions.
Yeah, you've answered all half hour as the girl.
Yeah, literally. That's your advice.
Take it.
Be open to the idea that someone can be an amazing person, but not the person for you. Mm.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
I know,
Wow.
and that
Yeah.
comes from trusting yourself because there will be many like people who look amazing. They're not harmful, but they're not for you.
I know.
Yeah.
Maybe I think that's one of the things I don't miss about dating is how like every time you meet a new person, you're like, oh wow, this could be the one, could be the one. 2 weeks later, it's gone, and you're just like at the beginning of every like interaction, it's just like, could this really be the one? Or like there's always that like, what's going to happen to ruin this one now? Or
Yeah.
like, I just all that. Nope. I don't miss it.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
the ghetto.
It's the
like
ghetto.
the real ghetto. Understand the eighth point is understand that it may take a few dates or some talking to someone before you warm up to feeling comfortable. And I feel like, as I said, the best way is to have like a transitional phase into being super intimate with someone from toxic
Friends.
relationship
Yeah.
to heartbreak and feeling insecure and horrible to feeling more confident, dating-ish vibe, like, you know, that like having fun vibe, then you transition. I think that's the best way to do
Yeah.
it because you won't be able to look at people the same way if you're coming from a toxic relationship. Everyone will look
Yeah.
like a threat.
Yeah.
You would think that,
Exactly.
no, he was really nice in the beginning. Maybe this one, you would take all that stuff to someone else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think the time makes it better, but you also can't be sure that like now the next person that you meet, that you'll actually be ready, no matter how much time has
It's
passed and how much healing and growth.
Yeah.
When it reaches that point of like, now, Lydia, I love you. I want to be with you forever. Like, you know, you
Oh my
feel
God,
like,
no, let me go.
Exactly. Oh no, I just want to go date the other boys. Yes, exactly. I know. So it's even the time you might still take some time to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But I guess it increases the chances of you being comfortable the more time that has passed and the more like intentionality you've had with your healing after the toxic relationship.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those who are praying for like a relationship, for me, like start thinking like end of 2020, you know, just October.
But you know, something about this, like I
Don't
just
say
feel,
some contradicting crap
I
right now.
I feel like, you know how when you have a time, a set thing in your mind, it's, oh my
Yes.
gosh, I'm not going to do this until this and that. I just feel like, one day just have Lydia saying like, oh my gosh, so I met this guy.
I know,
And oh my gosh, I
exactly.
love him.
I know.
And it's only been like 2 seconds and like, you know.
No, I rebuke that. One of the things which I'm trying to do, like, you know, to be smarter in relationships is that take your time. There's this like person I follow, and he says that you're not supposed to be investing based on your feelings. You're supposed to be investing based on how much investment is coming into you. And so if you're so quick with like, oh my God, this is so exciting,
Yeah.
you start investing from the nonsensical
Yeah,
part of your
I
brain.
know.
So breathe. It's okay. We all have it. Just
Yeah.
breathe.
Take a second.
The ninth
Yeah.
one is try to relax.
Yeah, there you are.
There you are.
Yeah, exactly. We gotta try to relax.
Yep.
Yeah.
Try and relax.
Yeah.
Not everyone's out to get you.
Exactly. And not everyone is a potential husband. Like some people are just like, it's just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And if you get hurt, it's not the end of the world. I feel still like there's this like whole thing of like, oh my gosh, okay, I've worked on myself and I've done all these amazing things and I've like, you know, done all the things that I
Yeah.
can do. And then something happens and like this person, now the next person hurts you again. And now it's like the end of the world again. I'm like, that's how relationships are.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not like you are as a bad person because after working on yourself, you got into another bad relationship. It's really not the end of the world. It's okay.
yeah, you just, as we said, intention. When you see that red flag,
Yeah.
just see the red flag and just like step out, as opposed to seeing the red flag and still
Continuing.
walking, trying
Yeah.
to see like, you know,
How many more red flags can you collect?
No, don't do it. And the last one is have fun.
The most important one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dating is fun, and you know, the opposite sex can be really fun. Like, you know, you have to try and work on the idea that, you know, other people can actually come and make your life a positive experience. And it's difficult in the beginning, but eventually you get to a place where you're just like, oh, okay, oh, he's cute.
Yeah.
But it takes time to get to that place, right?
And the intentional working, because
Yeah.
maybe perhaps like for me, maybe it was like, I don't know, like maybe like 8 months
Yeah.
when I was like, oh, okay, started looking at other people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it was 8 months of like hardcore work and focus and da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
So then I
the
felt,
first 4 months wasn't like, you know, like crying in your bed to sleep.
course.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's the hard work.
no, so I said, no, even in the crying, yeah, I had a routine on like the things I'm going to listen to, what I'm going to journal, my affirmations. From day one, I was being intentional.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love
But,
that.
Such an evolved
I
human.
know, right? You know what's really great though? Like guys are looking at our social, our WhatsApp and
Oh,
sending
let's
us
see
in
what
the
they're saying.
feedback. And Joki has to say, "Hi, beautiful girls." She was like, about healing in a relationship. I give myself 8 days to recover. Girl, you quick. Okay, 8 days. Even when someone dies, it takes a few days for them to be buried. Learn to stand up and walk as soon as possible. Be positive and don't drag the grieving like there is no tomorrow.
Let me tell you this.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't even have, that's my mom. That message is from my mom. My mom has been telling us this since we were young. If somebody gets out of your life, imagine they died.
Yeah.
How long would you grieve?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I personally do not think that that's like the most sound advice, because they didn't die. They're over there and I'm seeing them and they're posting all this crap with their other girlfriend.
And follow them, block
I
them.
did. I
Delete them from
but
your life.
they still found me because of nonsense.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I know. Anyway, guys, we have really
That is
enjoyed
my
having this
mom.
discussion. It's your mom?
Yeah, I
Is she
know.
called
it.
Joki?
No, she's not. I think
Okay,
she's lying.
fine. Thanks. No, then we know it's not you, Kesinjora. But thank you for watching. Guys, please keep sending us your feedback. After we play the game, we're going to read some more of it. But right now, we're going to have a little bit of fun. It's game time. Today's game is the 5-second rule. So basically, we each have a little placard with a name written on it. Mine is Ayuma. What's yours?
Joe.
And Lydia.
And Lydia. Okay. So basically what we have is like 3 questions in here, and what we need, Lydia, and what we need to do is ask the person, because like me, it's Ayuma, I'm going to ask her the questions, and she has 5 seconds to answer each question. Have you understood?
Yeah, I have understood.
Yes, we have a
All
timer
right.
actually.
Oh, we have a timer? Okay, fine. So when it's ready, tell me so I can ask Ayuma her questions.
2, 1, 1.
3 different exercises.
Pilates, jogging,
Time out.
running.
All right. Immediately after?
Yeah.
Should I start
go.
again? Okay, 3 Kenyan rappers. Go.
Oh, Nyashuki is not a rapper. Calligraph Jones, geez, number 9, Octopizzo.
Yeah.
God, you're disappointing
Nyashuki
us.
is not a rapper.
3 words. 3 words you say to an adorable baby. Go.
Aww. Ooh. Goo, 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 goo.
Okay, you have gotten 1 out of 3. Well done, Ayuma.
Oh, it's 3 things.
That's it. There's only 3 things. Yeah.
Okay, Joe.
Wait. So sorry.
Wow. The grace of a rhino.
Exactly.
3 different animal sounds.
Cluck, 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 cluck. Moo. Hee-haw, hee-haw.
Yeah. What was that? Oh, sorry, I have to ring the bell.
Thank you. Okay.
3 words to call breast apart from boobs.
Jugs, titties,
Breasts.
yeah,
Breasts.
breasts,
Yeah.
jugs, titties,
Yeah,
and
but breast is one.
boobs.
Oh. No, they said no boobs. The other one.
and breasts. Oh,
Yeah.
damn it. Okay.
3 that abnormally. 3 senses that abnormally. Oh my God! 3 things that abnormally annoy you while in a supermarket.
Someone standing too close to me, someone taking too long to pay, not finding the thing that I want in the
Girl,
supermarket.
you said that quick. She was
Yeah,
I
ready.
hate supermarkets, clearly.
They're horrible.
All right, Lydia.
Wow.
3 things you do in the shower.
Wash my body, sing, and dance.
We can't confirm
You
that
can't
for
dance
sure.
in the shower.
And you
Yes,
can't
I
even
can.
dance in real life, so we know you can't dance in the shower.
I can dance, I just can't do choreography.
Hey, Aggie.
All right, 3 physical senses of a human being.
Taste, smell, feel.
I think it's touch, but
Touch,
you're right.
yeah.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right. 3 ways to surprise your best friend.
Yeah. Slept with your man. It's your birthday. Here's a gift. I bought you earrings.
That's a
we
real
surprised for
surprise.
sure.
That's a real surprise. I don't think that's the kind of surprise they were looking for, but she will accept it.
Okay, I think
isn't.
Lydia won the game.
I
you
think
guys.
she won.
I feel like I do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yay! So I think we want to update you guys on the Anita Nderu situation. So she has addressed the nation. So she said, number 1, the brand under fire was in and is no way involved in the hashtag overdressed cook. It was just a coincidence. It happened to be what we were using in the kitchen, as it has all other episodes. 2, I will never be bullied into silence. As human beings, we have the right to refuse to be defined by what other people think rather than what we must define ourselves. 3, as people, we should celebrate our differences, encourage authenticity, and wonder at the diversity of humanity. We have the right to love and be loved. Have an amazing day.
I like that.
Love it.
Yeah, I like that. And basically what she's saying that like she's sticking to what she did. And I feel so like when she first brought them there, she knows the temperature of Kenya. She's been in Kenya forever. So she knew what the backlash she was going to get. And she's like, I said what I said.
And also hypocrites, because Exiandela did host 2 people from the LGBT community, and most of the comments were nothing to do with Exiandela. Nobody even addressed it. They kind of talked about it from, he brought them so that we can hear their view. But why is it not being done?
But like the way, I feel like the way they executed it was very different. Like even the way she was dressed, like they were all quite skimpily dressed, and like it almost looked like they were all partaking in some sort of like
right.
Yeah, exactly. With Exiandela, it was just sort of, he seemed very neutral and just like, you tell us, you know, what are the things you're doing, what's the things you're, so that's why I think there was the difference in how
But I think it's okay for her to be on one side.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, then. So let's talk about some of your feedback. Hey, Naomi, you girls are good. I always rush to watch your show. Be blessed. Thank you. I think LJ Maasai made the decision on himself. There is no Delilah thing. True. Hey, Queens, I'm loving the show. It's Elsie from Machakos.
Someone is called Mitterrand. I don't know if that's your real name. I'm Mitterrand. Hi, Mitterrand. Homosexuality is evil, period. That's not godly. No matter what you call it, and accepting it is going against God. All right? Everybody has the right to their own views.
Yep.
There's Juliet from Ruaka, loving our show. We love you too, Juliet. Then there's Utikas from Nakuru. Wow, I really love your show. You are mature, open, honest, and beautiful. I'm a bit advanced in age, but I always follow your program. It is very educative. Thank you
so much.
Thank you. We also have someone else say, after a toxic relationship, there is always a second chance. One can fall from 100 times and wake back up. Hashtag never give up.
It's true.
And I think that's the best way to end this little segment and everything.
100%. That is the way. You are not defined by your past. You are not what happened. You are not broken. You are not any of things. You are divine, and you can get up 100%. Loved another Talk That Talk Thursday. We love this. If you have any other special topics that you want us to talk about on Talk That Talk Thursday, things that you're passionate about, please let us know on our WhatsApp number and the hashtag Ebru Let's Talk. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Until tomorrow at 6 p.m. I'm Lydia KM, and that's Lydia KM on all social media handles.
If you missed any part of the show, guys, just check it out on YouTube, because I feel like some of these things that we've talked about are deep, and if you didn't have a notebook and you're not writing them down, just go check it out on YouTube. Our handle is Ebru TV Kenya. But we will see you tomorrow for an amazing show. We have a really, really cool guest. You definitely don't want to miss it. I'm Joanne Munyi at yummymummy.ke on social.
Big shout out to you guys for staying tuned for the whole entire show. We love you so much and really, truly appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for yet another amazing episode, and it's made amazing because of you guys. Thank you so much. It's your girl, Ayuma Kagui, simply Ayuma on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We'll see you guys tomorrow.